Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your daily tarot reading for Monday, November 25th of 2019. All right, so today, obviously the sun is now in Sagittarius. The moon is in Scorpio today, and we're going to see how the energy is playing out for you guys, how today plays out. Because actually tomorrow we do have that new moon in Sagittarius. So we have the new moon in Sagittarius tomorrow. We're going to do the reading for all the signs for that tomorrow as well. So keep an eye out for that and see what this new moon brings in for you. What's good to begin. Because new moons are really great for starting new projects, for setting new goals, intentions, and Sagittarius being the archer, I think that this is going to be a great time to really come into a better alignment with what our goals are, to, move our goalposts farther, to change, wherever it is that we're trying to get to. What are we aiming for? And does it really coincide with where we are now? Are going to be big questions. Where do we go to next? How do we get there? What needs to be changed, shifted, especially in terms of direction and where we shift our energy. So as we come into that energy, I'm curious to see how today plays out. We're using the Morgan Greer here. Ooh, okay. Well, you got to come all the way out, guys. So let's see. All right. What does today play out for anyone who's resonating with the messages? Okay. And yesterday, we did have this really great conjunction between Venus and Jupiter, and it was really, really a lovely, lovely day. Sunday was for love, relationships, and I'm hoping that that energy is carrying over a little bit to today, and it seems like it is. A lot of major arcana here. Oh. And I now know why we needed such positive cards. Okay. We'll see if we need anything else, but I'm going to leave it there. First two cards out. Six of Cups and the Empress. I think that today is going to be a lot of whatever we make of it, honestly. We have certain things that are pulling us, it feels, in different directions here, Six of Cups, but it's still that retrograde-y feeling of wanting to go back to old situations, longing for a past type of situation. It's a little bit of nostalgia, and sometimes it can be a bit unhealthy. However, it is surrounded there with the Empress, and then after that, the Magician. So we do have some tough cards, though, like the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords. And because I see 110, I'm not going to be surprised if I get a clarifier and it's another. The first card that I kind of saw pop out but didn't come all the way out was actually the Wheel of Fortune. Changes here, changes in flux. Things are moving forward, but we're going to have to, I feel like, prioritize, if that makes sense here. Prioritize in terms of, what are we doing for ourselves to get where we want to go instead of everybody else? We might be looking and trying to please other people, and that might have been a focus for a while for some of you, it feels. But this is more about what have you been trying to manifest? Where are you trying to get to? And what's it really going to take to get there? I don't know. It's like you see things much more clearly, because then at the end of the read here, after the Ten of Wands, we get Strength. I mean, look at this little sandwich here. This is quite the sandwich. Ten of Wands, Strength, and the Nine of Swords. And after all that, we get the Moon. Now, that's I don't even know what the right word for it is, but it's very uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable energy. Because I feel, in the face of a lot of stress, really looking at what we need to do to get to where we want to go, what it's going to take, what we really have to, bare knuckle our way through here. It feels mentally taxing. It feels like it's bringing up a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of worry for how this really is going to play out here. Again, the Moon at the end does talk about how our own, I feel like the stress of it now that we're seeing things in a clear way, it's bringing up a sense of darkness, a sense of fear. I mean, obviously, when you get the Nine of Swords, excuse me, there's a lot of inability to free ourselves out of our anxieties. It's kind of like they're kind of overcoming us here. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe this, but I guess if you've ever seen Spider-Man, and I'm sure most of you probably have, and I'm talking about the older one, because I actually haven't seen like any of the new ones, so please don't get on me about that. I know I should, but there's an older one where he's becoming, I think it might even be Tobey Maguire still, and he's becoming like the Dark Spider. I don't even remember the full plot of it. I was very young when I saw it, or I probably wasn't paying attention. But I know that he gets covered up by all this like black gooey weird stuff and becomes like Dark Spider-Man. And it's kind of like depression and anxiety might be making their way into your life in that same way, tainting everything with a darker with really, it's like instead of looking through rose-colored glasses, it's like if you were to put on your shades on at night. That's kind of what it feels like. If you were to put on your sunglasses, your shades at night, things would seem a lot darker than they really are. And there are things that are magnifying this. Let's actually use the Aquarian Tarot here for a little bit of clarification here. For some of you, if this is a love situation, there is long-term goals and manifestation here, and yet a desire to work its way into the present, but we just don't feel clear about how we're going to get there just yet. It feels like there is a huge gap between where we are currently in a love situation and where we want to be, and it's going to require a lot of time, patience, and effort to get there. For some of you, it's how do I reconnect with this person, and we really haven't seen the fruits of our labor here. The Emperor, the King of Swords, reversed, the Seven of Pentacles. It all has a lot to do with a dream, a situation that may need to be brought back down into reality here. Sagittarius season recognizes dreams. I mean, it's not that it's not a dreamer, because Sagittarians do have great ideals, but they have the wisdom, the drive, they have what it takes to get there. If we're in this Knight of Cups headspace about something, or we have been, it's going to become extremely clear now, especially as we move towards the Sagittarius new moon, that we need to take a stand here, that we need to do something, because maybe we haven't been making the best decisions or been in the best headspace. Now, the Emperor here could be, if this is a work situation, this could be a work situation that feels like you don't really know what's going on here, and you're not really sure how to act. It's not going the way you thought it was going, but you're not really sure why or how to, fix this. The Emperor comes in, the King of Swords reverse comes in after that, the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. It's time to get back down into reality and realize that some things don't happen overnight. Maybe we want to be like, getting this raise or coming up into a job and into a much more, strengthened position, like a leader at work of some type. And what we need to recognize is that just because we want it doesn't mean that it's going to be there in a second. Manifestation work, it takes time, and you also have to recognize, that you yourself have to take certain steps beyond just, sitting and thinking about it, that type of manifesting. It involves the work, the efforts, the strength that goes with this, the patience, really, because she had to have a lot of patience to overcome, not overcome, but really to subdue this line, to take care of it. A gentle hand is a lot better than if you were to come at it with a hammer or a sword. It has trust. You need to cultivate trust and faith in this situation here, that what you have been working towards is coming to fruition, and you can't really let this 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords, which is, yes, there still needs to be work done. Yes, we're not finished. Yeah, we're still carrying that those 10 Wands there, but the 9 of Swords is there making it seem a lot worse than it is. What if I'm doing this all for nothing? What if this has been for nothing? Again, this doesn't have to be just work, again, love, whatever, however you want to apply this. It's a daily reading, very general. But we can't seem to get out of our own way in terms of our mindset today. And there's a need to really, again, recognize with the Seven of Pentacles, we're getting frustrated with how long it's taken and, you know, not seeing the results. But it will come. The answers will come. The understanding of why the situation is the way it is will come. The understanding of not being able to fully control it at this moment will come. But we have to step out of our dreams and our, what is the word I'm looking for? Our more Piscean dreamer headspace here and get back down to reality, because not everything is perfect and we might be making things out to be a lot worse than they are when we could be dealing with this maybe in a better way. So I would say rise above however that situation is making you feel, however it makes you want to act, and really try to just be mature. Try to, you know, breathe, to think, you know, what would a better me do in this situation than what I might do right now? And try to get in touch with that more mature, wise, solid, stable version of yourself here. So let's get a Romance Angel card here by the Doreen Virtue deck. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, release your ex. Comes up, I feel like this one came up over the weekend. Maybe it did. Oof. And wow, soulmate, this is interesting. I think that both of these kind of came up, and I shuffle these. I've used them for other readings too. So release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Release the ex, guys, or let go of a past situation. We could be thinking back on something and making that have that kind of taint, you know, the way things really are right now. Soulmate, though, yes, this is your soulmate. For some of you, you're wondering why the situation has been going the way it is. Why does it seem so messy and confusing, yet you can't really seem to break out of it? Why do you know that you need to have patience for the long haul in this? For some of you, it's because it's a soulmate, and you know that there's something more here, and it's not over yet. It's having the faith, having the patience. Again, let's get a Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a nice one too. And I do think, again, this came out over the weekend, which is really weird because I know I shuffled it. It came out of the middle of the deck. Trick or treat. Let me just get it up here. All right, trick or treat. So, should you receive the trick or treat card in your divination, it may well be a time to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and to have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we are afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has at its core a sense of irreverent fun. It's Sagittarian season. Have fun with the energy. Don't get so stressed out by it. I know the Scorpio moon today might make things exacerbate the intensity of it, but try to get into the headspace of an adventurer, of that fiery, bright, I'm just going to go for it kind of energy that Sagittarius has, where they're wise and they know wherever they're going, you know, they're going to learn something. They're going to take something from this and they're going to make the best of it. All right. Okay, so that is your daily message there, guys. Check out tomorrow's new moon in Sagittarius message. Check out your monthly readings. If you guys haven't, do make sure to like, share, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Hit that wiggly bell because I've been doing some interesting lives here and there. And if you want to be a part of them, you got to hit that bell and get notified when I'm live. All right, guys, so have a great day. Namaste.